What's going on, guys? We're back in our podcast. It's Austin, Robbie, and Doug. How you fellas doing?
Doing good, Robbie.
Robbie, I'm doing good.
Well, the Knicks lost, so not not doing the best, but especially after that poor effort of terrible transition defense, terrible turnovers. I was disgusted. I was so angry. I'm like, what is happening? We're going out like this. So many bad turnovers. The transition defense was pathetic. I'll let you guys say some things because I'm just disgusted.
The Knicks, I told you that Game 5 they were going to win. That was a lock. Mm-hmm. That all the focus had to be on Game 6. And they came out just so, like, flat-footed. Like, it just was like, I'm watching... Every time it felt like they could get back into the game, they would find a way to just the Deuce McBride stepping out of bounds. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, that was
once, and then
the lob that Josh Hart tried to throw that was so late to Cat on a fast break. The three then that he took that didn't even hit, barely hit the side of the rim. But
there was one they just literally threw it straight out of bounds. Yeah. It's like disgusting turnovers.
Just like they could not get back into it, and it didn't look like they were hustling. Jalen Brunson didn't have a great game. Cat was just flying into people.
He was murdering people out there, but
yeah, I think when you mentioned the transition, they would score and then just not get back on defense, and the Pacers just someone's just leaking out there to get a layup. It's just it just felt like I was watching high school basketball because I remember when that would happen to me all the time, just someone cherry picking. And it's when you get to that level, it's inexcusable. Maybe sure one time, but it just felt like multiple times throughout the game. It was just just repeating itself, and that's just how the Pacers were the entire series and the entire playoffs. Is just they are going to run you off the court, and that's exactly what they did in Game 6, and it ended the way it did. And honestly, I am happy for the Pacers, and I think the best thing that came out of this is the Tyrese Halliburton meme, the fact that he stepped out thinking that he was going to get the MVP trophy. Did you guys see that video?
I did see that.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
One vote.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I think it's going to be really good. You have the best offense versus the best defense. So, it's going to be exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so disappointing to see it end like that, obviously, and like we were saying, just so many inexcusable plays. But the Pacers they're a tough matchup. They play great defense and they can just run, and especially when you don't have the most depth, that's going to be tough to deal with. When they can go 12 deep, they even were rotating Tony Bradley in there, former 76er. It's tough. But this series against the Thunder, it's kind of two similar teams that can run it. They have some star guards. They have great defense. It'll be definitely interesting. I'm obviously going to root for the Thunder, and I think the Thunder win, but we'll see.
I want to take a step back again, Robbie, to the Knicks. The first thing I had to say was Josh Hart, an absolute ghost this entire series after being a dog against the Celtics. Do you think he was just burnt out?
I think it's just was kind of a tough matchup for him because his best thing is when he takes the rebound and goes coast to coast, but the Pacers have a lot of guys who are getting back all the time, and they have a lot of hustle guys, so it just ended up being maybe he wasn't as ready for that as he was against the Celtics. He was dominating, he's balling out. He still during the series he had a couple huge rebounds in the wins, but it's he'd had a bad series, and he was they could leave him open basically and guard him with a big man. So it was a tough series for him. I think matchup wise wasn't great. I think come next year he'll be ready again though.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of
I wanted to ask you about it.
I feel like a lot of these guys got into foul trouble very early too, and I don't know why I didn't realize this. It took me a couple games to realize, but the Knicks only have two big men, and they both start. You have Mitchell Robinson and Cat. You have no other big men. I
Yeah.
think Precious is the only other big guy on the bench. So
They've
it's like,
I don't know how to pronounce the name, Hook Porty, but he doesn't play.
He's
So.
not getting minutes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like crazy. Like especially like
Yeah.
typically like you have one big guy that starts and then one that comes off the bench when like you get into foul trouble. So like to have both your guys out there and like if both of them are getting into foul trouble, like then you have to start playing small ball. But I mean overall, I just felt drained like watching all these like the Knicks just get into early foul trouble, and then like the fact I swear it felt like after every single play, they were just like going like this to review it, and I was just like, it just takes away so much when like every single foul is just like looked at and they're just like review it. It's just like, and then they like replay it and it's like he's just getting smacked in the face, and it's like what are we like? Oh, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I was very disappointed, but at the end of the day, when they won Game 5, I was like, dude, if they win in Indiana, I think it's Knicks in 7. But then they just pulled away with it.
They won Game 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was watching the game and I was kind of waiting for Halliburton to hit the aura farming 3 at the end. He was hunting for it, and I was like, this guy's just gonna pull up, and that's just gonna be dagger.
Yeah.
And it was over well before that, but he did hit his deep 3, saying sayonara to the Knicks. I actually had this debate with a couple Knicks fans, and I want to get your take on it. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but now that Tyrese Halliburton has bounced you twice, is he more of a villain to the New York Knicks than Trae Young?
I mean, I feel like not. I mean,
Halliburton wasn't talking crazy to the fans like Trae Young was. Like he did the Reggie Miller. He did the Reggie Miller. That's pretty crazy. But like, I don't know. Just something about like Trae Young like getting booed at passing like that I didn't really see any of that. Maybe I missed it, but I'd say it's pretty close at this point. Like, you know.
Yeah, I'd say it's. Yeah, I agree with that. It's pretty close. I mean, the thing is, obviously the first time like it was kind of. Injuries, but this time, I mean, it was just they beat us.
If they won it in the Garden, they won it in the Garden like Trae Young did, and he celebrated in the Garden, then yes, for sure. But it was in the Indiana. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And also, I feel like, I agree with that.
I'm on your side. I said that Trae Young just lives rent free in the New York Knicks fan base. Like I mean, that guy comes to the Garden and he's a villain, and he
people do boo him a lot when he's in the Garden.
They have a whole like F Trae Young chant, like
they were saying that even in the Boston series, F Trae Young.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know what it is, but that guy just owns the Knicks. He owns the Garden.
And now, actually, the fact that you kind of brought this up made me think of something. I think it was Austin mentioned in a previous episode. I think you said, is Brunson more of a New York legend over Carmelo? Did you say that?
Yes.
After this series, do you change your thoughts and views on that?
I mean, I feel like it's just he's still like building it. I think it's still close, but I mean, Melo, I feel like just has this. I don't know. I just feel like when I think of the Knicks, I always think of Melo. I don't know. So I'm like, I feel like he still has the slight edge in that. But I mean, obviously, Brunson still is carving out his legacy. So I mean, and he's already like right there. So I'm like, he's been further in the playoffs, of course. My big thing. So that's the thing. But it's. I feel like it's tough. I mean, I feel like it's easier once. If there was something that was decisive, like obviously he's been further, but it's like better team, I don't know. It's close though, I think. And I'm like, I see Melo cheering on the like, I don't know. I'm just like, he's New York, but I mean Brunson, obviously people we love him there, so I mean, it's close.
I think Melo's getting a little bit of a nostalgia factor, and just that he's like one of like. He's an iconic player of our like specific generation, even. But in terms of a Knicks legacy, Robbie already said it. He took them further, and like as much as it stings right now, this season was a success for the Knicks. Like they had no chance. People thought they were going to lose to the Pistons. People thought they had no chance against the Celtics.
Yep.
Like that was.
They were down.
I know, like when you think about it now, it's like, well, damn, we didn't get anything from it. But it's like, you guys still beat the Celtics. Like beating the Celtics is, you could hold your head high after beating them. That was a big thing for the Knicks.
Especially since they won't. I mean, they won't be the same for the next. Like they're gonna have to make a lot of cuts this next season, trades. Also, obviously Tatum's missing however amount of time, so it's like to take down that Celtics team in possibly their probably their last year of all those same guys together. I mean that's very impressive. Obviously, it sucks. Like, it's still like you lost before you got to the finals, so I mean it hurts, and it's like it doesn't feel like a win right now, but It was further than we've been in the last 25 years or whatever.
It was a successful season.
Yeah. And now you got to pay Karl Anthony Towns $55 million a year next season.
He's under contract to like 2028, no?
I was looking at their salaries. It's like Cat's 55, Brunson's like 34, Mikel's
Bridges,
like 25 or something like that.
Yeah, he's eligible for an extension, but apparently he said he's willing to take a pay cut, so... Like Brunson did. Like, Brunson taking a big pay cut also is massive, because he could easily be making, like, double almost.
Oh, yeah. Now, since you brought up Karl Anthony Towns, do you use him as a centerpiece to go get Giannis? Because
I mean, I'll stop you right there, because if Giannis is available and you can use him, then yes. Well, if Giannis... I mean, I don't think we're going to put together the best package with all these teams who have all these crazy good young guys plus a ton of picks, but yes, if it was in a deal to get Giannis, I feel like you'd have to, because Giannis is a MVP candidate every year, top 3 player, obviously phenomenal offense, defense player. If you have a chance to get a guy like that, I mean, yes.
It'd probably have to be a package with Cat and Mikel at least. I mean, I'm sure you'd have to put
picks.
I mean, but they don't really have any picks, so like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they have their 2026.
Dude, but it's not like, is it that good of a pick or not really? Like, I feel like there's other teams that can offer so much more. Way more.
That's my thing.
So it's just like he might want to go to New York. So like,
I don't think that the Bucks. Hold on. I don't think the Bucks are going to just take the immediate best offer they get because they love Giannis. I think they would also show him a little bit of gratitude that if he was like, I want to go to the Knicks, or like I want to be on a competitor, and he was like, the Garden's sick, it's iconic, it's got good
I
roots.
love Giannis. That'd be so cool.
I think they would show him the courtesy of taking a little bit less. If they can get in the ballpark range of a trade, and I mean, centering Cat around it is going to help, because that's probably the best superstar that would get traded. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, he's Jokic or Luka isn't getting moved, so
that's what I'm saying. It's like Cat would be a good centerpiece for a trade.
But let's say you think, let's say like you rather have Cat over like Sengun, like someone younger, like close in size. Like you rather have Cat over Sengun, like if you're the Bucks.
I don't think that the Rockets are even going to move Sengun.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to if they want Giannis.
That's true, because their spacing would be. They really need to. The Rockets could offer so much. That's my thing. It's like they could literally offer everything needed, like young guys and picks. They have so many. I'm like, it would be cool, obviously, if the Knicks got him. I'd love it, because I love Giannis, but it's like I just don't know. Unless he's pounding the table saying, I want to come to New York, I just don't know if we would.
Also, if the Knicks,
I mean, the Warriors got Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I mean that's true. But that was a trade.
They ended up doing, I think, a sign and trade, but but it was basically like he was going to sign there. They just did it so they could get something out of it.
I mean, but if the Knicks lose Cat, it's like what, you just have Mitchell Robinson on the roster essentially as your starting center like the next season. Like, do you need
Well,
we would bring someone else in.
Yeah, probably. This is where they'd have to go get somebody else.
Yeah.
Somebody because right now the Bucks have like a Brook Lopez that's good at spacing the floor for them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They'd probably have to get like a stretch big to go along with
Yeah.
Giannis.
Yeah.
It would.
But I think that's kind of the Knicks have to do something with their roster because your two superstars are your two biggest defensive liabilities.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't work, and I think like Brunson's not going anywhere. He's a defensive liability. That's fine, but I feel like Cat just like. Watching him play defense kind of made me sick.
Yeah, it's honestly so hard to just watch his mannerisms and everything. It's just like it's honestly funny to watch and just like that's why I enjoy it. I'm like, how's he gonna react? How's he gonna like be theatrical?
Yeah, what's the next soundbite?
Yeah, it's tough because every time on those switches, he's getting cooked alive, and it's like. You can hide it a bit, like when Mitchell Robinson is on the floor, it hides it more, but it's like it's tough when you have Brunson and him on the court at the same time. That's two options for them to get switches on. Even if you go over the first switch, maybe you're not able to get through on the second switch, and then it's like they'll just bring those guys up, and it's like they're gonna get it. It's so you can live with Brunson being that. I mean, at least, but. I mean, it's tough with Cat. I think they could, find a way to make it work, but I'm like, they're going to have to at least add another depth piece big man, I feel like someone else to get some minutes. I mean,
Can we also think about it, like, just for a second, real quick? Is there any way Giannis stays? Like, is there any way the Bucks could be like, look, we understand, like, we're going to, like, get, like, maybe they have to make a couple trades and sign someone else before they make a final decision on to move him. Because, like, if they can build something, be like, hey, like, this is our plan. But ultimately, like, he's been to the finals. He's won. He knows, like, what he's looking for. So ultimately, like, he might just want out. But let's be real. I don't think him going to the Knicks is going to be a better situation for him. But... it's going to be a very interesting. I mean, with him and Dame,
Well, Dame tore his Achilles,
right?
So
but what I'm saying is like
thing.
A healthy Dame. I mean, they had Kevin Porter Jr. You know what I'm saying? Like that championship team as well.
Kyle
like
Kuzma.
I don't know. That's just me personally. Yeah. I don't think him and Brunson and like if they keep the other pieces or whatnot. I just
OG.
I feel like they're going to lose too much. When they have to get him, like that's just me.
That's a tough thing. I mean, it's obviously a balance. Like, it would be tough if they're like, all right, everything. But it's like if you have a chance to get Giannis, I mean,
you got it. Yeah.
I just don't. But I mean, I just don't think we're gonna beat whoever else's offer in the end. But Brunson and Giannis, that could be a fun duo. And then OG, like I feel like he's another guy like. Whatever movie I want to definitely keep him. Like he's just so good on defense, such a great wing defender. He hit some crazy threes. Also, he's added to his bag. Little step back threes in there. Like he's a dog on defense. Like he can defend the bigger guys, and this like no one else could defend Pascal Siakam, besides like him or Mitch. Like that's the only people that could like strength wise. Because you switch him on to Mikal or Josh Hart or any, like, he's just too big and he's just overpowering them. So it's like, and then he's too fast for Cat. So it's like, have a guy like that can be an X factor on defense is so huge.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we'll see what happens. Obviously we didn't even get to the Thibs news. Which is obviously, a little unexpected since Brunson had came out and like, we support you, we want you back, but it seemed like some other guys in the building didn't feel the same, and I'm like, here's the thing. I got a lot of respect. Thibs, turned us around from, garbage, changed the culture, like from the Knicks were bad for so many years after, obviously the Melo years, and, he turned us around, like, playoffs in multiple seasons in a row, 250-win seasons in a row, changed the whole culture on the team. So, thankful for him doing that. He helped us a lot. But I feel like to get over the next hurdle, we might need a new guy. Obviously, it depends if they get a better coach than him, because you don't want to downgrade, but you never know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you guys deserve Doc Rivers at this point. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how. Like, dude, he coached the best season you guys had in what 20, 25 years. Like you said, 250 win seasons in a row. And you just I feel like he's just a scapegoat for all this. Like, I don't see another coach coming in, especially with these off-season changes that are going to happen, and yielding the same results. I mean, that's just me. I thought it was a little premature. I mean, at least let him prove again, hey, I took us this far. Let's see and trying to do it again. Give him at least another chance, But listen, at the end of the day, you can't really fire players. You pay them, you lock them in. So I understand why it happened, and I feel like after the loss, a lot of different news reports came out about about his coaching and everything like that. But at the end of the day, I'm not super surprised, but I get it.
I like that you're playing a little bit of devil's advocate here, Doug, because I'm going to say that I thought it was a lock that he was going to get fired. I remember I was going to ask actually today, but the news came out earlier if Robbie thought he should be fired. Like Robbie said, it's just kind of like a hump thing, and he has not gotten over that hurdle. I mean, he coached the Bulls early. They were his first season coaching. He won Coach of the Year. They were like a 60-win team, I think. Hold on, let me fact check that.
Was that back when it was
60
Jimmy Butler, young Jimmy Butler? When was that?
2010, 2011.
Yeah.
So D Rose's rookie year, right?
No, D Rose was
D Rose next year.
07, 08.
Or was he 09, 010?
09, 010? Okay.
Or
so they won
right,
62 games that year. Lost to the Heat, and which was a great team. But he's just had this consistency of not performing in the play or not being able to get over the hurdle. His career win percentage in the playoffs is below 50%. I'm just looking at his stats right now. It's these. Yeah, I mean these numbers aren't great. So it's where do the Knicks go from here? It's he got you there, yes, but now it's kind of time to take that next jump and get a coach that's been there, done that. I think Mike Malone makes the most sense.
That's where a lot of the rumors seem to be going.
Yeah.
Established coach, fired in Denver because disagreements with whatever the GM, the owner, whoever, and I mean, he's an established coach. And sometimes it's not necessarily gonna be it's not the coach can only do so much, but sometimes that switch we see it happen a guy will take the team close, and then the next guy can take him to the next level, even if he's not necessarily better or not. I mean, it just might be that guy might be the better fit for the locker room, better fit for the system, have a better offensive system, better coaching tendencies. So I think it was kind of needed to get over to the next hump. I mean, maybe not needed is not the right word, but I mean, it just feels like some of the things with the subbing and then the rotations and not trusting your bench. In this era, we're seeing the two teams that made the finals are willing to trust their bench. They're willing to go 12 deep, and obviously, Knicks don't necessarily have that, but I'm just saying to go deeper and trust your bench. I mean, that's also a big factor. And then some of the offensive sets were just so stale. I'm watching Cat sit at the top of the key for 10 seconds, then either drive to the hoop and run over someone or huck up a three, or Brunson. I mean, it's just Brunson ball, Brunson bail us out, Brunson save us kind of buckets, and it's it's a tough way to win. It's a grind to win like that. So I mean, hopefully this next guy comes in, we're running a more free-flowing offensive system, get everyone involved. We have the 3-and-D guys. As it stands right now, we have a stretch 5 big. We'll obviously see what happens in the offseason, but there's a lot to like.
Yeah. Honestly, if you don't get Giannis, you're right. It is just adding depth guys that can 3-and-D. Just get a defensive big somehow, some way that can help you when
Yeah.
Cat gets in foul trouble,
And when Mitch gets in foul trouble.
Mitch gets in trouble. Like you need some sort of defensive players because that's kind of what takes the team to the next level.
Yeah.
I've said the teams I feel like are always built on the rats, as I like to call them, just like the gritty rat guys that like you could throw them in there and they'll cause turnovers. Like they're pester you on defense. Like those are the guys that you want on your team.
Yeah. Like that archetype, like right now, like just you see, obviously the Thunder, they're building
Alex
all
Caruso.
on like 3-and-D wings, and then getting Alex Caruso, bringing him in. They've drafted well. Same with the Pacers. They're basically all drafted players
TJ
too.
McConnell's a rat.
Yeah, TJ
Such
McConnell,
a
like they
rat.
have like a
Such a
veteran
rat.
like that, like it's like, and I hated when the Knicks were just like literally the one 3-point shot he's gonna make is if you leave him wide open for 5 seconds. And they were doing the dare threes. I hate that. I'm like, why are you daring him to shoot a wide open three where he can set his feet for like 3 seconds and then just be like,
He is still an NBA player.
yeah, like that's disrespectful. I'm like, oh come on, he's gonna make that.
So now I guess we shift over into talking about the NBA Finals matchup that we're going to watch. I know you guys said a little
Yes.
bit. You guys are excited.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be fun, even though a lot of people are hating on it. We got two small market teams. I think I saw like some crazy stat. Doug, you missed last episode, but I did get like
You got NBA Central.
So, I think this is like the first finals where like neither team is like into the luxury cap. And we also have like the Paul George finals.
I saw the Paul George stat with all the trades and everything like
Building off
that.
of Paul George.
You know,
Greatest trade of all time for the OKC Thunder.
yeah, it was.
Oh my gosh. And
So, what do you guys think about it?
I mean,
The finals
the
matchup.
finals matchup should be a lot of fun. You have like we were saying before, two teams that are going to run it. Like, they're moving fast. It's two teams that can match up to each other in that way. Guys that, young guys that can get back on defense. They can each go, deep into the bench. And you even have guys like Cason Wallace, coming through as a young player for the Thunder. And then on the other side, Benedict Mathurin, he was balling out in some of the games in the series, even though he didn't play that many minutes. But you have teams that they just have so many options to go to. So, I mean, I think it'll definitely be much better than people think. I mean, even if the series is 4-1 Thunder or 4-2 Thunder, I think it'll be a lot more competitive games than people are thinking right now.
Agreed.
Yeah, I definitely think. I predicted I think I said Thunder Cavaliers finals. I still think the Thunder are the better team now. It's going to be interesting, right? I think Shea's the best player, playing. I think that's pretty obvious, but it's going to be interesting how they match up with him, right? He's kind of like a foul. People will say like a foul merchant right now, like just driving to the hoop, drawing contact. So it'll be interesting to see if he's getting those calls or not, if they're going to play it a little tougher. But like I said, you have two super fast-paced offenses, and the best offense in the Thunder and the best defense in the Pacers. So, or is it? No, it's vice versa, right? It's vice versa. I got those mixed up. But yeah, I think it's going to be really fun to watch. I'm excited. I think it will be. Honestly, I think it's going 7 games. I think it's going to go 7 games. And I think this will be good for those small market teams. I think this is nationally televised, right? Like people who are like, who the heck is this, right? They're used to, wanting big names in the finals. I think this is going to be a good shift going forward for teams of this caliber and in the small markets and bringing more light to them.
Okay. I am personally rooting for the Pacers just because I'm rooting for the city of Indianapolis. A lot of the Colts fans are definitely big Pacers fans, so I will be happy for them if they win. I think the disrespect the Pacers are getting is a little bit unbelievable. There's actually, this is just the Vegas odds here. Vegas is saying that the New York Jets have a better chance of making the playoffs than the Pacers do winning the NBA Finals right now.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So the
Yeah.
big thing to me is just like when I think about the Pacers, and the Thunder, I think the Thunder are just a better version of the Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can run fast, they play good defense, and they just have depth, but they have more depth. They have better scores, and their defense is just better. So it's like, on paper, it's going to be like, well, this team has no chance. But, I mean, I don't know. Pacers, team of destiny.
Mm-hmm.
They play fun basketball. Tyrese Halliburton is absolutely on one right now. Has dramatically raised his stock. And the Thunder have just kind of been the overwhelming favorite all year. So it's always fun rooting for an underdog. But I think that the Pacers are getting disrespected too much. That's my final say on the finals.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, I mean, even though I'm going to be a Pacers hater this series, I agree. They are better than, people are disrespecting them, and I'm like, you should never take a team lightly that's playing this good of basketball right now, especially when they've done the things they've done. I'm like, I'm going to be hating on them during the games, but I'm like, and go Thunder, but I'm like, they should not underestimate them one bit.
No. Actually, another thing that I have to mention here about the Knicks. Sorry, Robbie, I have to bring it back up here. So, when they cut to Pat McAfee basically giving a WWE type promo, Ben Stiller had the nerve to like tweet out saying New York would never do this. Thoughts on that, Robbie? Because I think that's very hypocritical.
That I didn't see what you were saying, but yeah, I mean, people would totally do that.
As if they weren't also the fan base that was throwing trash
Yeah.
at a singular
Although
Pacers
I
fan
did
this
see
whole
a
series.
Pacers fan stabbed a Knicks fan after game
What?
2 or something. Yeah, in Indiana. So I'm like, okay, it might be even now. It might be even now.
I have to look this up.
Look it up. I
I'm
saw
going to.
it was like, I think it was 2 Knicks fans at like a bar or something who got stabbed.
Jeez, bro.
But I'm like,
deranged
Yeah.
Pacers fans stabbed 2 Knicks fans at
yeah.
local brewery.
Not that it's
during-
funny, but I'm just like, it's kind of insane.
Would you like to put a face to this story? Would you like to see the face of the person who did it?
Sure.
It's
Oh.
this guy.
Oh.
And he said he was talking shit. That was the only I guess that was really that was all he said.
That's okay. I mean,
Yeah, so I think they
Fair
used
enough.
the right word in deranged. Deranged is a good
Yeah.
word for stabbing 2 people because your team
Yeah.
is getting trash talked.
man. Yeah. But yeah, it sucks that the Knicks lost. But we're looking forward to this off season, seeing what happens for that. Obviously looking forward to these finals happening. Looking forward to seeing. Hopefully, we'll do our predictions. I'll say Thunder. I'm torn between Thunder and 5 or 6. I'll go with Thunder and 6.
Okay.
Thunder and 7.
And I'll go Pacers in 7. I'll be
Okay.
we'll get a full panel of we'll have the panel so it won't be a clean sweep.
All right. We'll see what's right. But next up, I think it's time for Austin's top 3 question.
And Robbie actually requested me to do top 5 because he had a hard
Yes.
time narrowing it down.
I wrote
Maybe we'll
down
do
like
some
12
honorable
names.
mentions. I think this was a fun topic. I don't know. Top 3 or 5 or however many athlete nicknames of all time. So
Okay.
whoever's got you, Robbie.
I mean, I'll start off with one of the coolest. I mean,
okay.
I also wrote down another nickname this guy has, but the Slim Reaper for KD, like that's such a cool nickname.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
It's a good
and
one.
then another one that he had was that I wrote down Durantula.
Yeah.
Tarantula. Good one.
But what do you guys have?
I did 3. So 2 of them were like, yeah, one of them's really good. So Dion prime time. I mean, that's just like a classic because it's like prime
think
time
that's
is just
sick.
used for like so much now. That's just like instant classic.
Coach Prime.
Yeah. William Perry, Bears,
Fridge.
the fridge,
The refrigerator.
bro. That's bro. He was like I think he was a tackle or a guard, but like they would
Yeah.
put him in at running back.
D-tackle.
Yeah, at the goal line. Like that's like
Yeah.
so crazy. And then my favorite, Andre Kirilenko, AK-47. Like that one's just
That's a
like,
good one.
bro. Like he would.
Yeah.
I vividly remember him like early mid 2000s on the Jazz, just like, bro was a baller.
Okay. I'll start out with my honorable mention. I'll give, because I don't know if I can put this one top 3, but it's a sick nickname. It is for Nika Mule. During her time at UConn, they called her the Secretary of Defense.
Oh,
Great
that is a
nickname.
That is a cool
Yeah.
nickname.
Lockdown clamps. Let's see. I actually have one for Giannis, maybe a future Nick. I think the Greek
Oh.
Freak.
That
I think
is
the
a cool
Greek
one.
Freak's a sick nickname.
That is pretty
So,
tough.
Robbie,
Yeah.
you got
Agreed.
what else you got?
All right. I'll just read off a couple that I had. All right. Here's another honorable mention. The Manimal, Kenneth Fareed.
Yeah. Good one.
Yep. Wow.
I mean, one of the greatest receivers of all time, Megatron, Calvin Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a sick nickname. Christian Okoye, the Nigerian Nightmare.
That was my last one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was-
Bro's a beast. Another one I had, the Muscle Hamster, Doug Martin.
Wow.
I was actually looking at this one. And I was thinking about it. I was like, I didn't even know like that was like a nickname for him. I thought that honestly was like described a small running back that just had muscle. Like I just was like,
Hey. Bro was a muscle hamster.
he was.
Wow.
We used to call one
Yeah.
of our friends a muscle hamster.
We did. Backyard football. He was the muscle hamster. Should I just read up a couple the rest of mine? I had a couple.
Yeah.
You're gonna take all of mine right here. Let's see it.
Well, Beast Mode,
Yep, classic.
Kirko Chains,
Wow.
The Bus,
Yep.
Josh Flash Gordon,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
and then the last two were Sweetness for Walter Payton
Mm-hmm.
and
Respect.
Tyrann Matthew, the Honey Badger.
Oh no!
Sorry, Sid.
No. Okay.
I got
Alright.
too excited when you said this.
Okay. So I have another one here for baseball. Big Poppy.
Yep.
I think Big Poppy is such a sick nickname. I would love to
Electric.
have that name if I was a big SWAT, a home run hitter. Big Poppy up to the plate. That's
Yeah.
a cool nickname to me. I'm scrolling through a list right now. They actually gave number 1 spot to Magic Johnson. Magic.
Yeah,
I don't think that's number 1.
yeah.
I think it's just
Jason
so
Williams,
classic
White
that it's
chocolate.
like has to be like at the top of the
literally
list.
Yeah.
became who he is.
Yeah, that's true.
White chocolate though.
Yep.
Jason Williams.
White chocolate, that's a cool one.
Good one.
Ooh,
Black Mamba.
Black Mamba. Yeah, that's also.
Oh, also, there's
Oh.
probably one that's probably not on that list. Rick Smits, Pacer, Duncan Dutchman. I believe it was Duncan Dutchman.
Oh.
Hold up, Rick Smits.
Well,
Night Train Lane.
that's what I was about to say.
Yeah,
Train
Duncan
Lane.
Night Train
Dutchman.
Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shaq, classic. Diesel.
Diesel.
Babe Ruth,
I'm
or
trying-
Babe, or Great Bambino.
Trying to think of like an absolutely obscure one. Oh, do you remember? This isn't obscure, but Spicy P. For
Great one. Do you want to hear what they call Larry Bird?
Larry Legend.
Well, it is. There is actually 2. One of them is that. The
Yeah.
other one is the Hick from French Lick.
That's insane.
Is that a?
That's insane.
Oh. There's actually some great nicknames.
Mhm.
Dominique Wilkins, Human Highlight Reel.
Clyde the Glide.
Mailman, Weird Mike. Yeah, wow.
Ice Trae Young.
Wow, they have Dame time really low. I actually shout out Johnny Manziel. I'm gonna give Johnny football.
Johnny Football.
I'm
That's a
giving
good
Johnny
one.
football. Money Manziel. Like I'm gonna give I'm gonna give him his flowers. Guy's a legend
Mm-hmm.
in the college football game. Hmm.
Trying to think of another. I mean, King James,
Yeah, always. I
the
was
chosen one.
the chosen one. Yeah.
Um,
How could I not? How could I not say Cardiac Kemba?
Oh,
Oh,
of course.
that's a sick nickname.
That
Yeah.
is. That is. Man, there's some great nicknames out there. It's like I'm sure we're just blanking on some like huge ones, too. But I mean, those are just some of our favorites. I mean, like, there's just so many cool ones. I mean, I'm like, it's fun to go back. And this helps inspire my questions for next week, which I think you guys will like.
Okay.
But
You guys like my question?
Yeah.
I did. I was a big fan of it. I thought
a
of
fun
so
one.
many names when you said it. I'm like, oh, I have to write these down so I remember. But next up, I think we're gonna show off our SGC subs, and I know Dougie P. He's got some heat stacked away to send. So let's see it.
All right. Should I show them all off, or are we gonna go like back and forth? What do you want? How do you want to
show
do
'em all
this?
off.
Yeah, just show them all off. There's
Okay.
probably
So
do you want to show your first one here?
yeah,
Oh.
so that's a Pen Pals Paul Reed. That's the blue out of, I believe, 35. Correct.
Yep, out of
So
35.
Robbie got that one for me. Shout out Robbie, thank you. And it's gonna look
Yes, sir.
nicely when it gets submitted and graded next to the black 101. So this is, if I'm gonna try and fix this glare, maybe it will work, maybe not. But the black 101 I have right here, so I'm gonna get these both graded and slabbed up. Try and complete the rainbow at some point. So we'll see.
Nice, love it.
Next up, Donruss Platinum Paul Reed 101 from
I thought that was a
Chronicles.
base for a second.
Yeah, no, it's got the platinum shimmer.
Yeah,
These
I
are
see
like
platinum.
impossible to find. Like I can't find any other rookies from this set that are 101s. So I don't know how hard they are or whatever, but it's a hard one to find. We got.
I feel like
What are you saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I feel like someone could accidentally so easily put that in like a dollar box or something, because you can't really tell unless once you like see it up close. Like someone could be like, oh, that's a base.
Yeah, no, the
101?
numbering is also pretty hard to see how it's like kind of like hidden in there. Yeah. So
Yeah.
on his arm.
that one
Hey,
we
something to
got.
keep out.
If they put it on the back, they would
Mhm.
for sure be in dollar boxes.
This
That's true.
is another Phoenix. This is from Chronicles. This is the black 101.
That's clean.
So that we got the Panini Contenders Championship 101. So getting that one. The Paul Reed Onyx Red. I kind of like it because he's wearing a red jersey, and so it's like
Yeah,
kind of
like
color
that.
matching that. This one is out of 5. I got 2. I got the normal, or this is the base orange Contenders optic, and we got the variation, both on card autos, both out of 25. This one's just, Immaculate's a super high end product, so I was like, you know what, why not? Paul Reed, out of 99. I got this card's a Michael Carter Williams 101. It's in the super oversized because it's like probably like I don't know if that's 360 point or whatever it is, but it's actually a print plate, which is very interesting.
Ooh.
So it's a 101, and his
oh.
stuff doesn't pop up too often, like 101s. Like you can get some print plates for like $15-$20, but this is like a normal card and a print plate in one. So I was like, it's just too unique to like pass up on.
Doug, I gotta stop you for a second.
What's up?
During that whole nicknames, you didn't give an honorable mention to B-Ball Paul?
Oh God, I'm a terrible
Oh, no.
fan. Wow, I didn't even think of that. Well, B-Ball Paul is number one
Okay.
nickname. Just to clear that up. But yeah, I have another Paul Reed in the mail now, or it's actually at the post office. It's a Recon out of 5, so that will probably get submitted too. I'm going to save my favorite 2 cards for last. Zaire Smith, Black Optic, 101. I also have a Logo Man, like Laundry Tag 101, but it's a thicker card and it's kind of damaged, so whoopsies. Technical difficulties here. I'll probably
no, I was gonna strike now.
I'll probably just leave that one in a mag and get this one slabbed up. And then these are final 3 cards. I just got this one in. I haven't had time to prep it yet for SGC, but Sixers legend Nicholas Batum. 101. I don't exactly know how to pronounce this parallel, but it's really sick. It's a 101, and for like $40, like, I don't know. I feel like it's pretty dope. Even though I have my own thoughts and opinions on unlicensed top stuff, it just seems like, a no-brainer to get a card like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to pay $200-$300 for a gold vinyl if I can just pay like $40-$50 for this,
Yeah.
I like it.
The last 2, this is my second favorite wrestler of all time. Besides being a Sixers fan, I'm also a big wrestling collector. Gonna get this graded too. Jeff Hardy Heritage. He doesn't have that many Topps autos, especially older ones. He has some stuff in some newer products, and he does a lot of autograph signings, but licensed older top stuff, like this is from 2007, pretty hard to come by.
Yeah.
So, they can sell in the...
busy.
Yeah, it's probably they sell in the hundreds. So, I'll probably get this one slabbed up. And then this is probably one of my favorite purchases in a while. Literally sniped this up as soon as it got listed. It's I'd say heavily damaged. You can tell in like the top right hand corner there, it's like peeling or it's scratched. But this is a rookie Kurt Angle autograph. So this is his first licensed autograph from 2001 Fleer. It's hand numbered out of 500, and
that's pretty cool.
2 of these sold. I think the last one sold for like $300 raw, and this one, because of the damage, I was able to snipe it for like $20-$25, maybe $30 shipped.
Oh yeah.
So it's just so hard to find, and the Stone Cold Steve Austin's like $600-$700, and Kurt Angle's being my favorite wrestler. I just met him actually was it last weekend or the weekend before? So just going to get that graded just to have it slabbed up and just, in a case.
Okay.
Very cool.
All right.
Big sub from Doug.
Big sub.
Yeah. I guess I'll go now, unless you want to, Robbie.
No, you show us then.
All right. I'm going to grade with SGC the Prism White, my Yukon collection.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the White Sparkle because they didn't make Prism White yet for Tyrese Martin. Then who do we got? Oh, Adama Sanogo, GOAT, legend. Andre Jackson, dog. The Knicks could use him. Tristan Newton, Pacer, going to the finals. Surprised he didn't get any minutes when they were blowing out the Knicks. Cam Spencer, dog. Trash Talk, Kevin Durant, legend. The original GOAT, James Bouknight. No longer in the league, getting ready to learn Chinese.
No longer in the league? Since when?
He's not getting any. He's not getting a contract. And then I'm going to grade some of the solo balls with SGC. Kind of want to save the bigger ones for PSA. Yeah, but I'm just going to do the green shimmer here.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep. The black. I think the black looks clean.
That does look nice.
Blue shimmer to 35 there. You can see that.
Damn, this guy's been stacking.
Yeah, and then I'm going to go with my RJ Cole gold vinyl. Bowman U. You can see that. And then Donovan Clingan Prism insert.
Oh.
Gold number 10. So I'm just grading all the Yukon boys.
Yeah. Hey, we got B-Ball Paul and Yukon boys. Some good selections.
Yep. What do you got, Robbie?
I have a lot less cards to send to SGC, but I will be sending. All right. So this I just want slabbed up for the PC. Malik Neighbors,
That's
Daniel
sick.
Jones, 1/1, just cool. I mean, it's obviously not affiliated, but it's just cool patches, and I'm like 1/1 Malik Neighbors. I've obtained a couple. I want to at least keep one. I will be grading also this one. It's a 1/1 Malik and Danny. Got it for a good price, so I'm just gonna grade it, get it slabbed up, and then probably sell it. That is true. Indiana Jones. Diego Forlan, I always pick up these World Cup base, and I'm just like, I'm going to try sending it SGC this time. Last time I sent PSA. I'm just going to see what it gets. This is actually an interesting one. So I got this for $3 in a value box, this Wally Refractor. And it's out of 99. It actually goes for like $20. But the corners just look so immaculate. I'm like, what if I tried grading it? I'm like, worst comes to worst, I break even.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't, but I'm like, it low key. I'll have to look at it closer. I think it could 10. So I'm like, if it could 10, I mean, we'll see what happens. Then the last two were two older ones I actually got from Mercari Japan a while ago. It is Wayne Rooney from his rookie season. It's the patches from. It's from Futera Unique. It's out of 250. There are not many of these listed. I'm getting these graded because the thing is, like, the glue on the outside is kind of like sticky, so I just want them slabbed up, just to keep them safe. And I'm just like, that's a really cool card I gotten a lot. Mm-hmm. The main reason I had bought the lot was this Diego Forlan patch. These never pop up. Same deal with this. It's a little on the outside, the glue, I think. So I'm going to grade both of these, slab them up at least, and, I don't expect to get good grades on them, but I'm just like, I want it in case, yeah. And I'm like, you can even for SGC, I'll have to see what you guys want for, but you can do authentic if it's like a card you think is going to grade bad. Mm-hmm. If it below a certain amount, I'm pretty sure you can select, like, I want only up to a 7 or yeah. So, yeah, those are the ones I'm gonna send away for SGC.
And you're gonna save the Diego Forlan Gold Power for PSA.
Yeah, that for PSA. I got a couple for PSA. My Nico Manions, my other Theos. Mm-hmm. There's something else. my Myles Garrett 1/1. A couple others I'm saving for PSA. I'll have to actually check what the June special is. We'll see what that is, but we'll be doing that submission soon, so maybe next podcast or the podcast after. Actually, we might send it after the Mohegan show just in case we pick something up.
I mean, like, for me, like, I was looking. It's funny because the Pen Pals Paul Reed, someone actually has this same card, but Killian Hayes 1/1 signed.
Oh yeah,
and it's in the SGC slab. And it looks really clean with the black background. So I was like, there's certain cards I think, like, I do prefer SGC slabs, like, especially for the PC. Mm-hmm. It just, like, looks cleaner when you have, like, an all-black background and then, like, it's the black case. Like, that's just my preference. But, like, if you have, like, an all-red card, like, if it were, like, this but, like, the red version, the PSA would probably look cooler with the red label. But, yeah, for PC stuff, I definitely prefer SGC. If it's stuff I'm not really concerned about raising the value, just want slabbed up, graded, you know what I'm saying? So I think definitely grading the Diego for you, PSA, is going to be the best move just because it's going to be worth the wait for sure just to have it in that PSA holder.
Yeah. And I'll have to do that probably in, like, the upgraded service, but I can send it all together, I think. So
I mean, would you want to send that in the same service? Like when we did the Reeves, we got that back pretty quick. Are you gonna want a quick turnaround on that?
Yeah, I'll probably because you have to, for like the insuring value, you have to do it like to the amount. So for something like that, I mean, you don't want to throw it in the 500 one, because
I get that
if something happened. But
I'm sure nothing will happen to it, Robbie.
Yeah, it's not going to adhere. It's not going to adhere, boys. But yeah, definitely, we'll have a nice variety. The PSA guy will be like, "Yo, is this the biggest UConn Paul Reed Diego Forlan fan?" But yeah, so definitely some cool stuff. But to kick it into a couple, news topics we have, just to briefly run through, we had the 49ers made a trade for rotational edge rusher Bryce Huff. He had a down season for the Eagles, but 49ers hope reuniting him with Mr. Saleh after Bryce Huff had some great time with the Jets. They hope that'll help.
Yeah.
And, add some more firepower to the defense. And then, of course, the big one is Aaron Rodgers still has not signed.
Typical Aaron Rodgers fashion. Wait for the last minute, try and be the highlight of all the media he possibly can. At this rate, though, it's like nobody really cares about him.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, go wherever you want, dude. Maybe he's hoping they can hold out, get to the Vikings, because maybe J.J. McCarthy stinks, but it seems like they are sold on him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean,
Go do your retreat again. Do your
take an ayahuasca
special cave. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of sick and tired of the Aaron Rodgers drama every single year.
It's just kind of hilarious. It's like this is still going on. It's like, they're like, yeah, after the draft, they're like, he's definitely signing there. Then they're like, nothing happens. Then they're like, a couple weeks later, they're like, he's gonna sign this week. Nope. Not this week.
Meanwhile,
not the next
talking
week.
About trading for Jonnu.
Yeah, which is interesting. I mean, they already have like 3 tight ends, and I guess they did. Arthur Smith, he loves his man Jonnu, so he wants to bring him back in town. But I'm like, it seems kind of crazy. You worry about getting your quarterback, and you already have Freiermuth, Darnell Washington. I mean, I guess they're hoping he'll be another just receiver because of his yak threat, but it's like, it doesn't seem like they're focused on the right thing currently.
No. But you know that they'll end up getting 8 wins.
Yeah.
just purely
he has to continue the streak with 9 though to keep it above. I guess unless he ties the game too.
Sure,
but keep it above
500.
They'll
find a way to.
they'll find a way, but
now
I hope it.
Just for debate here, do we think Tomlin will ever be on the hot seat?
I mean,
I don't
probably.
know.
I mean, maybe if next year they were like mediocre again, or they went. I just feel like it would be the type of thing though. If it ever happened, it would be like he stepped away. Like they wouldn't direct. They've had 3 coaches since back in the day. Like it's kind of insane. Like they don't fire coaches. And it's like but it's tough. You can't. Not a lot of guys can, even with how good they are. Like Belichick didn't make it through his last like quarterback change, and it's like they've been struggling for some years. Haven't won a playoff game since like 2016. Obviously, he's beloved and a phenomenal like coach, leader of men. But it's like you wonder if it'll get to a point where they're like, we might have to try the next guy. Because getting to 500 is great every year, but they haven't been able to, obviously fix their quarterback situation since Big Ben. So it's tough. It's tough out there.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I was a Steelers fan, what I'd kind of be like.
I've heard some wanted him gone. Some wanted, like, it's kind of mixed from what I've seen. I mean, he's so beloved, though.
It is really hard.
That's why it's tough. It's always tough when you're dealing with, like, a legend like that who's still, like, he's still winning enough games to not be bad, but if you're never bad, it's kind of tough to get great. Yeah, because it's like a lot of these teams had
be bad to grow.
Yeah,
and I mean the Giants have they've been bad for so long. You think they'd grow, but
Yeah, no, they just stupid decisions in so many seasons. Has just our best, since the Super Bowl, our best time we got was winning a playoff game. But
okay. I mean, hey, the Colts are stuck in mediocrity right now, so
yeah, it seems like a lot of teams are, and it's like could be some big changes after next year if there's going to be a lot of great quarterbacks in that class and then the class after. So I mean, there could be the next couple years big shakeups.
New wave.
Yeah, but it'll definitely be interesting. I'm so excited for football. I'm so ready.
I was actually just like looking outside today, and I said, "God, I need football season." No, I just said that. I'm not even kidding. Today, just looked outside. And it was like I'd honestly skip summer to get to football season.
Wow.
Controversial take here. I would skip summer just to go right into it.
We need. But the other day I saw. We were at Icons and look up at the screen. There's some UFL going on. It was there was like Birmingham versus Memphis or something, and it was like 39 or 46-9 or whatever. They were like killing
points for missing a field goal, right?
I'm not sure. I wasn't really watching that hard. I'm just like, I saw the score. I'm like, oh my goodness, they're killing them. And I saw Crowder got a pick 6.
Let me fact check this because I'm pretty sure I saw a clip on Instagram where it was like this team won off of a missed field goal that like went past the back of the end zone or something. Hold on.
That sounds crazy.
That's crazy.
Hopefully Sten didn't get sent out again.
Points for missed kick. UFL. Okay, that is a lie.
Yeah.
Not
okay.
UFL, but maybe there's another.
Gotcha. Maybe like arena, or probably not arena football, but
maybe it's the CFL.
Oh, maybe it's that because they also like their field goal post is in a weird spot.
Yes, a missed field goal attempt is awarded 1 point if the ball travels into the end zone and is not returned by the receiving team.
Okay, so it incentivizes you to return the field goals.
Oh. That's crazy.
That is kind of wild.
That's crazy.
But I did want to also give Odell a quick shout out. I saw him. First, Champions League. Inter Milan got smacked by PSG. Just absolutely clobbered them. It was a rough game. But I did want to say, shout out Odell. Odell was actually talking to Thierry Henry. He was like talking about his time with the Giants. He's like, he wanted to win a Super Bowl with us so bad, and he never wanted to get traded. And he's like, he'd be happy if the Giants won a Super Bowl, but he's like, he wanted to be the guy who did it. Like, that's what he always wanted. I'm like, man, I loved Odell, and I still love Odell. So shout out Odell, and I'm glad he got a ring with the Rams. But
Speaking of Odell, the post I sent you guys today. The Jerry Jeudy signed or like inscripted to Odell.
Was this a didn't pay for a storage unit type thing like that other thing, Doug? That guy,
Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, that guy.
I mean, it could be.
Like, cause I'm wondering, I'm like, unless someone like stole it, I'm like, I don't think Odell would be, selling his or he lost it gave it to a friend or something, or a bet. Like the friend was like, "Oh, I make this shot, you give me your Jerry Jeudy signed jersey." I don't know, but
I'll try and see what it says.
Yeah, check the description, maybe.
Yeah, see what.
I don't have the actual listings, but
I could probably find it.
It very much does look like a legitimate game used jersey. That it says to OBJ, keep being you, stay 100, buddy. Greatest to ever do it, legendary, signed Jerry Jeudy. Like, that looks very much so like that would be exactly what they would write out.
Yeah, that would, and especially...
Like, look at the sleeves and everything on the jersey. It's kind of hard, you can't see the post, but that looks very...
Well, it's sold.
Game used.
It sold for $1,000.
Damn. That's
really cheap, I feel like.
Yeah, for a game-worn jersey of, even, random players don't go for a lot, but, for it to be Jerry Jeudy, that's pretty... I mean, game-worn jerseys always fetch a lot. And to Odell, that's pretty sick.
It doesn't say... It's just, It doesn't say, how they got the jersey. It just says,
I see the eBay store, the post, it just says Rings of Champions. Is that
Yeah, it's sold for $1,000.
It says it's talking about how. Yeah, I don't know how.
A real sports memorabilia store though.
Let
me see.
I mean, they have 100% feedback since 2002, so it seems legit.
Damn.
I mean, all they do, I'm looking at their they literally have Brian Robinson game used jerseys. So I'm sure they have connections to something. You know what I'm saying? Like to get stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I mean, yeah, I don't
feel like
know
that's crazy
how
to
that
get
could.
that.
That is kind of crazy if like one of your friends in the league you gave him a jersey and then pops up like the next year.
Yeah, Jerry Judy's probably texting Odell, being like, "Is
He's
you
like,
for real?"
yo,
Just-
what the?
But also, like, it
'cause
could
he'll-
just
he
be one
knows
of
what
those
he
things
wrote.
where, like, they probably get
Oh.
so much stuff that they probably just give it to, like, friends and family, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, someone could have just, like, donated it, you know what I'm saying? Or sold it. So it's
That's
like,
true.
you really, like, I don't think Odell wouldn't just give that away. Like, there's got to be, there's some
Yeah.
story that we don't know. I mean,
Or like the storage unit thing or something.
right. I mean, I'm sure that guy's probably getting tons of messages like, "How'd you get this?" We could just doesn't hurt to ask. Just be like, "Hey, saw this on Instagram. Like, would love to know the story about
That's
this."
true.
You know?
Or he got robbed.
What happened here? This
What is
is a
that?
pair of boxing shorts, and it's like
Is it all
it's probably
bloody?
blood, but it just looks brownish.
It's definitely blood.
Yeah.
It is. That's just funny.
Robbie's like,
Who's it
"Add to
from?"
cart."
Bernard Dunn, WBA champion, fight Warren boxing. Damn, they have a lot of game worn stuff.
The thing about
yeah,
boxing
it's like
is so many people. I have
yeah,
no idea.
like getting these connections. It's just it is pretty. They also have like rings and stuff, like Kansas State Wildcats Alamo Bow ring. Damn, that
I'm
looks
imagining it
sick.
like a sports pawn shop almost, where people just
Yeah,
come and sell
they-
them their stuff.
Because guys will sell like their PE stuff sometimes, like when they get out of because they have some college
yeah.
jerseys and stuff too. So they'll sometimes they'll have their names and then they'll have to like cover the names up when they sell them.
I bought RJ Cole's shoes.
That is true. I almost bought from Tyrese Martin, but I kind of lowballed him and he didn't answer after. But hey, I got the same shoes for less at the UConn sale.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah. Do you fellas have anything else before we close out?
I got one more thing. One more thing. I'm gonna end on I'm gonna end on a controversial take. Okay.
Oh gosh.
I found a card.
no.
I found a card that if it was of a certain player, it would be worth like $500,000. Okay.
Okay.
I am highly debating. Like it's priced too high for me currently, but I saw this card. Gold Vinyl 101.
Oh, is that the honors one?
It's a buyback honors. It says
Damn,
collection buyback autograph. Hear me out. If this is Mahomes, this is $500,000. Am I like kind of right in a sense? Like just like ballpark,
Well, yeah.
it's worth a lot.
Something crazy.
Crazy.
God forbid he plays 3 good games. Like this is $1,000.
What's it at?
Yeah. What is it?
It's what do you mean? What's it at?
What's the price for it?
Buy it now for $1,250.
It's just man.
Like if I'm
It's
at
tough when you're deep.
like if I'm at a show and that's like $500, I'm like, dude, he needs one game. He needs one game for me
He
to
might
like.
not play another game.
He's gonna play another. You're telling me the Steelers? The Steelers
this
might not
stuff-
need him.
This upcoming season, he might not play with the injury till late. I mean,
I'm just
I understand
saying,
what you're
bro.
saying. No, I know what you're saying. It's like, but it's tough when you have a guy who's like been like blacklisted too, like by ever.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying though. All it takes is one moment, like, and then all of a sudden people forget, and then there's like, damn, that's like one of his best cards.
I'm sure that is probably one of his. And dude, I'm sure
Yeah.
at peak, I'll probably look into some Deshaun Watson sales. I'm sure at some point a card similar to that, maybe not like
Oh,
a
yeah.
buyback, but maybe a gold out of 10, probably sold for $30,000 or something ridiculous like that,
Something
like in
Probably.
the tens of
Deshaun
thousands.
Watson was
Yeah, he was really
problem.
good.
So I'm just like,
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, I have to watch it because if I somehow
Wait.
get sent an offer,
I gotta grab something.
he's
Robbie
he's
is
probably
going
grabbing all his
for
Deshaun
something
Watson
crazy.
cards right now. But like, I'm like, dude, like if I somehow like saw some, because I remember Robbie and I went to a show one time. Robbie, do you remember when that guy had this same exact the rainbow of this, but for Kareem Hunt, and he wanted like $2,000?
Yeah.
Like he wanted something absurd. I'm like,
Yeah.
in my mind, I'm like, would I rather have Kareem Hunt Or Deshaun Watson. I'm like, you can't invest in running backs, especially like those guys are basically at the same level. Like they've both done terrible things, right? So it's just like quarterback. He has more upside, even though he's basically at the rock bottom. But I'm just like, I don't know. Kind of would just be a play. Could be a play.
Okay. It could be if for the right price.
Now,
I just wanted to pull up.
Yeah,
it's like
Dobbs.
I'm acquiring Josh Dobbs cards in case he gets in there. The Pastronaut.
Great nickname.
Now I need to buy all the Joshua Dobbs 101.
Well, now I'm going to show you this, Doug.
Yes.
How much do you think this is?
Is it listed currently or has it sold?
Listed currently.
I'm going to guess someone probably has that up for probably like $100,000. Wait, no, wait.
Now, hold on, let me specify. It's a white box 101, though.
Oh, then it's probably like $4,000.
Like, someone has it for $1,999.
It's cheaper than the one you listed, or you showed.
Oh.
You don't make that face. You look really intrigued now. It is just below $1,000 at $920.
Let's just say this. Maybe I will be sending some Deshaun Watson cards to SGC.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, Joshua
This
Dobbs.
is pretty cool. Go buy this one. It's a 101. It's just a platinum.
That's probably like $50.
It is $50 on the dot.
Look at me, Deshaun Watson 101. It's just the fact. Oh, it's $920. This guy might get like a $300 offer. That's an electric card. Don't tell me like that's not like, dude. If this is Mahomes,
that is a sick looking card.
I'm gonna look up all these Deshaun Watson cards to find the same exact version and like Patrick Mahomes and see it them be like $50,000 and be like it could be worth it.
Do you want me to see the top Deshaun Watson sale in the last 3 years?
Guess, Doug. How much do you think this is?
Black Finite 101. Are you kidding me? That Spectra I'm gonna say is like 120.
150.
Oh. Doug might be making a play.
Robbie, this is a Black Finite 101. We need to go halves on this. We need to go halves.
I gotta say, Doug, I am a little concerned about how accurate you are in these Deshaun Watson games.
Well, I'm looking at all of them right now, too.
I have a Deshaun Watson NFL Shield that sold in 2023. Hold on.
Man,
it's annoying. It makes you do it. Like it's a National Treasure Shield, basically. Guess how much it sold for?
Is it rookie National Treasures?
Rookie National Treasures, autograph. Yeah.
5,500.
Sold for $20,000 in 2023.
Bro, look at this.
Play for you, Doug?
This is the National Treasures Laundry Tag 101. Well, I like not a white box, like a true 101. Okay, 2017. This is currently listed. Oh no, it's sold. My bad. Wait. What the hell? Someone just bought it while I was on eBay. Literally, it's literally in the it's literally in the listings. Look, I'm scrolling. There's the Spectre right there. Right? I'm just.
How much was it?
Does it say like when it ended? Does this literally
someone
say, like,
binned it for 800?
Damn.
Does it say it literally a minute ago?
8:24 p.m.
Yeah, 1 minute ago.
I mean, I guess if it was
sniped,
like
Doug.
last year, someone, damn, a gold auto, Doug, did 6,200 in August 2023. Another the National Treasures Laundry Tag BGS 95, 1 of 1, did 7,500 in 2023 December.
See, I'm looking at the Black Finite one, Doug. I think that would be the real play.
Bro, dude, someone has the Mahomes version of this. I've seen it before. Oh my gosh, this.
How much is the Watson
Oh my God,
one?
I accidentally clicked buy with Apple Pay. I accidentally clicked buy with Apple Pay. Whoopsies.
Yeah.
He says accidentally, but he actually meant to.
He's like, oh no.
I'm gonna say hello.
This now.
Hello, I am buyer at 300.
He's gonna say, "Me too, buddy."
Oh gosh, this guy took a bath on it. The guy who paid $20,000, 1,700 in March. It sold for.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, he did have a flawless 1-of-1 from 2018. It's like the one that's diamonds. That's only that has like the NFL shield on front. Did 950. Gold downtown 725. I'm just looking at like recent sales now, just out of curiosity. A sick 1-of-1 with no. Someone definitely got a steal on this. As Mahomes on there. Mahomes rookie 1-of-1 in there. Guess how much this sold for?
Wait, when was this sold?
This was sold in April. It has Mahomes, Trubisky, Deshaun Watson, Deshaun Kaiser. Oh, it's
1,000.
sorry. It's out of 5. It's out of 5. Sorry.
650.
700.
500. I feel like that's a good deal.
All right, now we need to look at the Justin Tucker 101s. If you know.
Oh god. No.
Oh no. Well, the bright side of that is now Adam Vinatieri is back to being the kicker goat. Can't be.
No, no, Blake Groupie.
No, can't be Justin
No.
Tucker.
Yeah.
Can't be Justin Tucker.
His guy Blake Groupie.
Yeah.
It can't be.
Man,
Justin
I had a nice Justin
Oh,
Tucker.
he
card that I was
responded. He
planning on-
responded. I said, hello, I am buyer at 350. He said, oh, gosh.
No chance. Or
It's
like
loading.
Rick Harrison
Why
game.
do I have no service right now? I need to see this message. Oh, my gosh. I need to...
A live response mid podcast?
He said...
Yo, he has some cheap 1-of-1.
He said, I'm not a seller there, but thanks.
He probably saw a message on that and was so excited to
Yeah.
finally move it, and then saw 300 and wanted to throw his phone.
Yo, dog, I see a 2020 SGC 10 one for $75.
No, Robbie, you don't get it. It's gotta be like the
No,
the
best of
premier
the
best
one.
Deshaun. Like that's the thing, dude. Like I'm telling you, it's so sick. Like
I'll send you some Deshaun Watson.
Like if I could get one of Deshaun Watson's best cards ever made that at one point was $50,000 and I can get it for like $200, like how sick is that?
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, that's something that I definitely agree. Like any quarterback that has like you could get one of their best cards. Like I got that Deshaun. I mean the Zach Wilson RPA. The guy had gotten it for like $1,700, and then he's like, I get $50. He sold it to me for. He's like, it's crazy what some people paid for some of this, and it's like what it goes down to, and I'm like, it's like
High risk.
you
high
never know.
reward.
That's why I'm like, I'll pick up guys like
Well,
the Pasternak.
Yeah, I mean, you were big on Mariota.
Yeah,
Mitch
Mariota.
Trubisky. You were a buyer.
I'm glad
So
I
maybe
was
Deshaun
glad I
Watson's
was
your
not
guy.
a Desmond Ritter buyer. I flipped
let's
one
label
card
it.
of his.
I want to label it. Robbie is a Deshaun Watson guy.
Whoa! Not a Deshaun Watson guy.
I want to label Robbie is the Deshaun Watson guy.
I am the Pasternak guy
Okay.
and Blake
fine.
Bortles.
And Deshaun Watson.
Robbie for the longest
You know.
time was just like Desmond Ritter, dog. Desmond Ritter, dog. And then even now he's like, dog. Desmond
I
Ritter.
will continue to push Desmond Ritter on Doug.
I'll get some Desmond Ritter 101s if they're like cornerstone
For the
cards.
Falcons PC,
Yes.
you know.
Falcons PC.
I'll find you some Desmonds, dog. You know I'm always on the lookout for
Desmond
you.
Ritter 101. Let's see. His Black Finite is definitely still for sale, and it's definitely still like $5,000. I feel like is pretty crazy for that. I'll wait for this to be 500.
The sports
This
card
is
investor
sick. I'm not
guy.
gonna lie.
got-
That's sick.
oh,
Throwback
that.
optic.
Yeah, that is sick.
How much is that?
$750. I don't know. I'd pay $75.
Message the guy that you're a buyer at 100.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna start looking at Ritter, Malik Willis, and Matt Corral. Also,
Matt
Josh
Corral.
Freeman. Remember Josh Freeman?
Josh Freeman, yeah.
That guy was
I
terrible.
flipped a Malik Willis last year when he started.
When he torched the Colts?
Right
Is that what you're
before
getting
it.
at?
I could have sold it for more if I waited.
Optic 101. Auto.
I remember begging for the Colts to draft Malik Willis in like the third round. I wanted him, and it was like, and I think he would have been a great Colt. Drafted.
I mean, he did well on the Packers. It's nice that he's Provides
sick.
Obi.
Oh,
That's got to be high.
ain't no stopping.
$250. No, I'm just
Really?
kidding. It's $5,000.
not
If it were
bad.
$250, I would have been it.
Oh, I was going to say, that seemed cheap. I'm like,
Robbie's got to buy it, right? What if, you know what we didn't think about? Robbie was on his phone. Was Robbie the buyer of the Deshaun Watson at 824?
know me.
Maybe. Could have been. I
Seems
would
really
not put
interesting.
it past them.
That car,
I would have
one
lowballed
Indica.
him like $200.
Okay.
I might start. I
That's
might
true.
just start firing off, but I need to like
Just
find some.
don't let Doug get a couple of beers in this weekend.
Yeah.
Couple
then all of a
Deshaun
sudden
Watson sent his
I'm gonna
way.
start calling him Dougie Deshaun Watson.
Actually, that's so great that you mentioned this because my birthday is Friday, Robbie and Austin. So if you guys want to pull together a couple $100 to get me a Deshaun Watson, that would be great.
Doug, I got a great present for you. Paul Reed.
Awesome, thank you, Robbie. Austin, I'll take a Deshaun Watson 101.
I probably do have a Deshaun Watson card somewhere lurking around. That's what I'll practice on. I'll practice handwriting it.
Oh, Tua.
Turn the ball over.
I love the Contenders Optic 1-of-1s. Those are.
Yeah.
What do you
some
think?
of
How
my
much do you think
favorites.
this is? How much do you think this is? I like true 101,
That
not a black
is
box.
that is an
Oh, it is a black
interesting
box. It is a black box. Never mind.
Oh, it's a black box. What it's listed at?
23
or did
black
it
box
sell?
101. What's listed at?
Someone's listed probably at like 4,999.
It's
Not what I was gonna
2,700.
guess. What did you guess? What is it?
27.
I'm pissed. I would have been closer. I was going to say 2,500.
Torian Prince,
Okay, that's got to be cheap.
175. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'd love to
Felipe
keep
Franks,
playing-
last one. Felipe Franks,
What?
101. Need it.
Felipe
Oh.
Franks?
Robbie's
Yo,
a
how much
fire.
is that?
5.
Oh, Carolina Panthers tight end legend.
KJ.
Oh, KPJ.
Perfect. All right. Well, I'm gonna spend the rest of my night looking at Optic 101s of
Deshaun
washed-up
Watson.
quarterbacks. So this is gonna be fun.
All right.
All right.
Well, it was a good podcast, boys. I mean, we'll see what happens this series, and we'll be back to discuss it next week.
Yes, sir.
We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Robbie is labeled Deshaun Watson guy, number 1.
No.